Each of you guys could answer this. Just try to put into context what winning tonight means. It's a close game for a while, then you guys end up winning by 13 points against a pretty good team.
Yeah, I would just say, it's every win in college football is a big win. You know what I mean? It's not easy to win, but when we battle hard and we come back from when we were down, man, and just beating that team, give them a lot of credit. They had a lot of great players, and like you said, they're a good team to play in the Big Ten. Just to show that we could beat them, and just to show like where we're at. You know what I mean? That was our first big test, I feel like. And so I just think beating them just shows us where we're at, and just shows like what we can do.
First and foremost, just gotta give all glory to God. My Lord and Savior Jesus. Without Him, none of this will be possible, and really just He's the reason why we came out victorious. Just trusting in Him. The guys really trusting in Him as well, but. This was a big win for us, and it was good. We knew coming into this it was gonna be a big game and a big test, and throughout the week we prepared right. Guys were fired up about this, and we just came out swinging. Way better than we did last week, and it's just props to the O-line and the receivers for making my job easier, and the running backs as well for running the ball and just getting those yards. Can't give them enough credit. It's really them, not me.
Jaron, is this some confirmation that what you guys have been doing is heading in the right direction?
Oh, most definitely. Coach Harsin coming in with a great game plan. The amount of film that we all put in as a collective, it really pays off. Those long nights just staying here, and just really thankful for our coaching staff with how much they've been helping us. Coach Harsin, Coach Rolo, our O-line coach, tight ends coach, receivers coach, and it's really just props to them and a testament to how much they've prepared. God is prepared.
Jaron, just building on that, for people that have watched the team for several years, media or fans, we're seeing things from the offense that we haven't seen before. There doesn't seem to be any obvious tendencies. The defense is kind of caught off guard on a lot of things that you do. Can you talk a little bit about what it's like to learn this playbook and how you see it play out on the field with what the defense is able to do or not to do against you?
Yeah, it's such a joy, being able to learn an offense such as this, a true pro style. Coach Harsin's really fit the game plan to my best suits, and it's really just trusting and what we see on the sideline after a drive, something that we missed, and building on that and just continuing to get better and better, just trusting in my guys.
Mr. Sagapolutele, quick question. Talo from Malalago.
Yes, sir.
As a former Hawaii resident, I've seen the likes of Jaron Musoli, Timmy Chain.
Okay.
I'll throw a name out there, Jack Thompson, a.k.a. the Throwing Simone.
Yeah.
If you agree with him.
Yeah.
I want to ask you a quick question. What gives you the composure, and how do you go about sticking to the game plan that's been designed?
It's really just my faith, just really being really, in tune, and just really trusting in the man above, that the amount of faith that I have in him is just really going to keep me calm. I really just the amount of faith I have in my guys as well. It was just really such a fun game to go through, and just happy we came out successful.
Steve?
Yep. Jaron, the first half, you guys hardly ran the ball at all. I think there were maybe 5 designed rushing plays. That's a lot for any quarterback, but a quarterback in his 3rd college game, that's an awful lot. Did you know going in that you were going to throw the ball that much, particularly in the first half, or was that just kind of how the game progressed?
That was the game plan. That's Coach Harsin told me at the beginning of the week, we're gonna have to throw the ball. These guys they have such a good front that they're gonna play man on us, and we're gonna have to beat them. Guys like Jacob, Tron, Mark, all my receivers were just getting open for me. Jay King, and they were just making. They had so much separation. They just made they made the throw so much easier. So coming when we came back on Monday, Coach Harsin said we're gonna have to throw the ball on these guys, and that's what we did. And it opened up the run game for the second half, and we were able to run out the clock.
How would you assess how you played today?
There's so much I can get better on. It wasn't the best game. I didn't start off the best. I missed a couple throws, but just so grateful my guys stuck in it with me, and they just kept trusting in me. But there's going back and watching the film. There's so much that I missed and so much that I can improve on, and you just got to get better as a team, and especially me.
Jaron, you found Jacob multiple times, multiple times today. Can you kind of talk about that chemistry between the two of you? And then Jacob, your first touchdown as a Bear, how did that feel out there?
It's just all the time that I beat him in ping pong. We're always just around each other all the time. We're just always around each other. And it's so fun. He's an old man, but I love this guy.
Just to piggyback on that, man. He actually does not play me in ping pong. We play together. We play twos, and I carry him. Just getting in that end zone for the first time, and for this team, man, it felt really good. I tried to celebrate with my teammates. You know what I mean? That's one thing that Coach Harsin says, man, because it's not just me that made it happen. It started off with the lineman, then him throwing the ball, and then my receivers blocking, so I can get in that end zone. And so it just felt really good to do that, and just to celebrate with my team. It felt really good to get in there for that first time.
Thomas. Jacob, you mentioned during the weekly presser that you wanted to see a more complete game from your group and the receivers. Mm-hmm. What do you make of and contextualize how you, Jordan King, Jabin Plummer all got into the game and lots of guys making plays across the field?
Yeah, that's what it's about. I mean, it's hard when you only have one guy, you know what I mean? And that is not what we have here. We got a bunch of guys that can make plays, and that's what was really seen today, man. I mean, I'm looking at this thing, man. People had catches all over the field. Mark, Tron, Plum, Jay King, and myself. And, it's just hard for a defense when you got, guys that you can spread the ball around to so many people at any given time, even the backs too, you know what I mean? So I feel like that's more of a complete game when you see multiple people touching the ball, having yards, and at the end of the day, that's what helped us, in this game. So, yeah.
Jim?
I'm good.
Jacob, when the season began, or before the season began, you guys had so many different parts from so many different places. You hadn't played together before. You probably had a sense of what you might be able to be, but now you got 3 games in and just beat a pretty good team. What's your expectation going forward at this point for your team?
I feel like today was a really good game, but we can get so much better. And I feel like the sky is the limit for us. I mean, when we have this guy back there and the line that we have and the receivers that we have, man, we can, you know what I mean, have crazy games just like this one, but even higher scoring. You know what I mean? I feel like today was kind of a low scoring game for us. We could have been, you know what I mean? We could have had even more points that we left out there. And so I just feel like we're going to continue to get better. We're going to continue to gel together. And like you said, like these were the first 3 games that we played with each other. And so now we're kind of recognizing, like, you know what I mean, like what people could really do, and it seems like a lot of us can make plays, and so I just feel like the sky's the limit for this offense.
Jaron, tight game going into the fourth quarter tonight, but the defense was really playing hard tonight. How much confidence does that give you guys on offense when you see the defense going out there and playing like that for most of the game?
It gives me full confidence knowing that we have such dogs on the other side of the field, and just being able to go against them at practice, it really betters us because I think that's the best defense. We're going to continue to play every single day, and just going against them during the week really prepared us mentally going into this game and physically. But just the amount of work that they put in, they don't get the credit that they deserve because we wouldn't be able to put up such points like this if the defense isn't handling their job on their side. And it's just really a testament to how hard they work and how hard they're bonded, and just that.
Perfect. Anything else? All right, thanks guys.